going live.
We're live. So, pledge allegiance?
Sure.
Sure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's kind of informal, I guess. I mean, it's council, we got a lot of residents here. Before we get into the actual agreements here, we got an agreement that we got from, I guess, the bids that were read at the meeting Tuesday. And I think we've got 5 days to reply to the.
5 days sound right.
Yes, to the winning bidder, I guess. And the lowest one, Nick went through them all today, and the lowest bidder is Metzger with,
That's good, I was hoping it was Metzger.
yeah, they
They do a good job.
They do a good job, and there's actually the lowest as well. It's $566,500 for all the roads. I think the next one was 590 something, and the other one was 6 something, if I'm not mistaken.
592, 74657,
Uh-huh,
and 593, 33307.
yes. So 566,500, Metzger is the,
Now, let me ask this question, because we talked about this a little bit in the meeting, and I've had a problem with this. As a governmental agency, we're always required to take the lowest bid.
But no,
I don't think
not on this.
No.
No,
only if it meets our specs. See, because one could be like only 1/2 inch asphalt and the other one's 3/4 inch
correct,
asphalt.
yes.
So, I think we're on the same page here. So which one of these bids do we like the most? There's a difference between the lowest cost and the best value.
Right,
That's why Mick wanted to go through all of them.
yes, he went through all of them today, and Metzger had every item that he put out in the quote, request for the quote, was included in Metzger's. One did not, and the other one did, but it was higher. And so, I mean, with that in mind, he chose to go with Metzger, which makes sense.
I don't know anything about paving, but I bet Mick does.
Yeah,
And he recommends Met.
he does, he does.
He's our super.
And they are the
Street
lowest
superintendent.
bidder with all of the specs that he requested to be quoted.
Do we need to vote on that?
We do.
Okay.
We do. So I'm gonna make the motion based on our street superintendent's recommendation that we approve Metzger Construction for the road construction.
Second.
Second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
A little bit of conversation,
Yes, sir?
because I'm gonna counter what the hell we just said.
Uh-huh.
Here we go with the lowest bid, but we're going with the lowest bid for another reason.
Right.
It
So this is
meets
something I
our
noticed.
specifications. And,
Now,
and they have a good reputation that they
Yeah.
follow through on their jobs.
Now, unlike, the last thing we went, the last thing that, first and last I ever went through was the ARPA funds, which they were giving us all the monies to do the purchase of whatever it was we were looking for, and we had to go with the lowest bid, correct, Mallory? With the ARPA funds, we had to go with the lowest bid.
Well, as long as it met.
Right. Like the tractor, we took a quote from John Deere, Mahindra, and I forget what the other one was.
And that turned out great.
It did. Yeah, turned out great. We ended up green anyway. So, yeah. So, but that's, I mean.
Just something I noticed,
Right.
because we're voting on the lowest bid, which is kind of counter to what the hell I just said, but I mean, if
We're not voting on it because it is the lowest bid. We are voting on it because it is the
It's our preferred
preferred
and I was
contractor.
about to go there because Mick, who has expertise in this, and I agree. So, here we are. Was there a vote?
We have not.
We have not.
This is the
That
discussion.
all those in favor of Metzger signify by saying aye.
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 Do you want us to raise our hand?
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying no or nay. Motion carried.
There it is. I still feel a bit guilty. There it is, it's on the table.
All right, well, hey, as long as you just feel guilty and you don't feel bad, I guess that's a good thing.
I just wonder why the hell the difference of $30,000 bucks.
I don't know.
I haven't done the math on it as to what percentage that is off of 600,000, 30,000
About
bucks.
5%, about 5%, isn't it? In that range, but I mean, if this would have been a higher bid and covered all the points that Mick wanted to cover on those 4 roads, I think he still would have chose Metzger.
And I believe Mick. That's what he does.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
He's our
good
expert.
enough.
I mean, you gotta feel good about who's doing the work.
Yes.
I mean, if they do it for half the price of what other people are bidding, and they don't do what you want them to do, then it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So I feel confident with,
And I think honestly, all 3 are decent companies.
Well,
They
they
will
are.
do good jobs.
Jerry David is very good, Metzger is very good.
Yep.
They're all good.
Yep. All right.
So, yes. All right, that's taken care of, that has to be,
Can you tell me the dollar amount again?
that dollar amount was 566,
500.
500.
Thanks.
And that covers, you need the roads are covered?
No.
Okay, all right. So we had that. Before we go into the old contracts, I've got a quote here from the financial firm that are,
Oh, Coonrod?
oh, yes, that Keith Kari and I, right there, he is the Vanderbilt County
Trustee.
trustee,
Mhm.
and I've talked to the guy, he can do everything that Reedy does. They have different, and they're not entrenched with Evansville Water and Sewer Utility. If, I have a quote here, if everybody would like to review it. Start there. We had another one that AIM recommended. This guy was also on AIM's list as a reputable financial firm. And after talking to, well, the one guy didn't give me, well, he gave me $250 an hour for principal in an email. And that's all and he gave me some typical costs. Whereas Coonrod laid it out pretty specifically, and he came with a little bit better recommendations, I feel.
I know Keith talks to his person from Coonrod on a regular basis. You know, he always goes up to the office and stuff
Right,
and all, but
Right.
he can get a hold of you anytime he needs. And
That's what
he
he
calls Keith and checks in with him all the time.
That's what this guy said. He said, we will guide you through anything that you got going on.
Where's this outfit out of?
He lives in town.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think he lives in Dormstott, but I don't know where he lives.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him. That's one thing I didn't ask him.
This is what we looked at, that he sent us. We already looked at most of this.
I'd like to ask this guy the first thing and say, okay, hey, we were advised once upon a time that we were not intended to participate in the sewer main date that Evansville is paying for until we questioned it and we was going into litigation, and then it was a conflict of interest. I'd like to ask him just, hey, are we intended to participate in that, or are we not? I mean, I think this guy will answer us truthfully without, falling back on, well, that's conflict of interest. Well, why did you tell us that to start with? It
And it was the same person that told us that.
was, yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
And then she kind of dodged your calls, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dodged is, would be a nice way to put it.
How much are we paying Reedy now? I mean, because this is on services. We're not doing a contract.
No, we don't have like an ongoing contract.
They just,
It's
like-
just it's
Yeah.
as.
as needed,
Right.
and that's
Which-
good.
A whole lot of our contracts are just
As
as.
needed.
And that's the way they should be.
So all Reedy is doing is the RDA's financials. They don't actually work for the town. They just do the RDA's. And then whenever you guys
Sewer
call
study.
them about the sewer,
Right. Sewer
but we
study.
haven't done that in ages. So.
In the spending plan for the RDC, they got involved in that.
And
I guess
2 days ago, they just finished the last quarter of the RDA's
RDA.
financials.
Okay. And see, this guy can do that also. I specifically asked him that. I said, okay.
Gateway,
Yes, yes.
good.
He goes, yeah, he said, it's not an issue. He said, we can do that and whatever else you need to have done. And advise you financially what's coming down the road and advise you what to do.
That's what we need.
That's what we need. Yes, absolutely. I've only got one copy, Crystal, you gotta share.
Oh.
My printer and ink and paper. and all
I
that.
understand.
Well, that was talked about beforehand.
Won't let me just
Well,
go to the
I just think
Indiana
it's
website.
For our best interest
Yes.
and
Is
the
that part
town.
of their, you know, it's up for the internet?
Yes,
Yes.
sorry.
I'll keep my eye on you, Crystal.
Yeah, I know, you're gonna have to.
I'm probably not even.
Ray, you
on
want-
it.
You know what?
I forgot.
Give that back.
Ray, do you wanna,
Okay.
no, Mallory, would you like to look at?
No,
Good.
the same one you emailed? Can you email
Yes, that's the one you emailed, because
Yes.
I've already seen that, yeah.
Yes, it is. So,
Trying that out.
I guess, we need to make a motion to accept this. I mean, they don't require a contract, but it's just as needed, but I'd like to make a motion that we replace
it? Sorry.
Our
Reedy
either
with,
transition into Coonrod
yes,
from,
yes, and use them as our financial advisor rather than Reedy
for the town and
For the
for the
RDA.
town and for the
And
council.
RDA?
RDA, yeah, they can do that, RDA as well. I mean, I did ask you about the RDA and the RDC, if we need anything, he says, if you do, yes, he said, we can do it all.
I mean,
Well, yeah, the RDA is the one that has their own bank and
Right,
their own,
right.
it's all separate with the bond,
Yes,
so.
yes, so, I mean, they can do it all. They can do it all, and I know, I told him, I said, we've been dealing with Reedy in the past, but they're deeply entrenched with Evansville Water and Sewer Utility, and we're trying to get away from that.
The only thing left is the annual report. Do you wanna let Reedy finish that and then,
For 2025, yes,
Yes.
yes, for
yeah, I
2025,
would let them, and then start new
yes.
with 26.
Yes. And this guy, Ben, I mean, he's very responsive. I called him, he calls back. If he doesn't answer the phone right away, Reedy, not so much. What, do we deal with somebody else, as far as financials?
yeah,
Besides-
Caitlin's not our financial person, it's Brandon,
Right,
Brandon Robbins.
right.
Yeah.
But that's the same company though, Reedy, that we didn't deal with, okay. But I'd like to make a motion that we transition
Transition
to these guys,
Yeah.
Coonrod,
starting
at the-
in 2026.
starting for business of 2026.
What are your thoughts, Ray?
I'm fine with it.
Second,
All those in favor of transitioning to Coonrod signify by saying aye. Aye.
Ah,
All those opposed signify by saying nay. Motion carried. Boy, I don't know what to do about this national flood insurance. I mean, we obviously are part of it.
Well, that's what, yeah, Crystal needs
I'm
to,
gonna check in with
Cliff Weaver's in
Cliff.
charge of that.
about all of that.
Okay, okay,
It falls under emergency management stuff.
gotcha.
Where
okay.
is that in this?
All right. And the only reason why I asked about that separately is because I got a copy of the letter from somebody. Okay.
Yeah, I have, so I will follow up with, I've got that on my to-do list. Well, I've already been through part of it
All right.
and talked to him once.
Cool, cool, move along, move along. Okay. Let's,
Mhm.
let's just go down through these one at a time, huh? Emergency storm siren agreement, I don't know, is the cut in there what we paid for that?
What, look what we used, what we paid when we put it in.
$2,000.
And how much our electric bill was, dollar something?
$2,036.
No,
No, I
when,
mean, the putting it in.
but what we pay on.
Of course, we gotta have it,
Oh, yeah.
we gotta have it.
Oh, but I just, we've had, it's been since '99, just how
I think
much
so.
the,
You gotta give
the
people time to run like hell.
Siggy bill has gone up, because it was Siggy way back then.
I made a
Okay,
pact to myself about 25 years ago, if that son bitch woke me up in the middle of the night, I would go over to the garbage truck and I would pull it out of the ground.
didn't care for that, huh? But if that tornado was like on the backside of your barn, you'd like to know that.
I walked through the tornado and I turned out this way.
Um,
Now-
okay.
Everything else aside, we do so many things as governmental agencies to make us feel good about ourselves. And this is just another one of them.
Well, yeah, there's a little bit of that, but there's also a little bit of good.
I
that
think there's a
the residents-
need for them,
That the residents feel
yeah.
comfortable with it.
Out of just curiosity, Crystal, if you hear it, where do you go?
I've gone to the basement many times. I love my basement. And
Yeah.
You that way too?
I've
Because
gotten that
there's
many a
something
My
time.
wife goes down there and I feel obligated to go with her.
Well, but I always have my shoes and everything, because, we dealt with that so much at the hospital.
Right,
Right.
right.
And, when you have a tornado, you have a lot of broken glass and you want to have your
Well,
shoes
the
on.
last tornado came through, I was sitting in my living room and thought, I shouldn't be standing here, so I went over and sat in my recliner. I didn't realize it was a tornado, but, okay, fine.
And what's this cost us right now?
I just,
It probably ain't that damn much, in the grand scheme of what the hell we pay for it. Even though,
Mallory, how much do we pay on this now?
What are we talking
The
about?
storm
siren
siren.
up there.
Siren.
Oh, storm siren, we don't pay anything. We pay nothing at all,
Nothing,
so,
not even like electric for it or nothing? Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were talking about storm siren. Yeah, so I even double checked a few years ago and made sure there's a copy of an old veteran bill
I saw that and
And I
that's just
double-checked.
amazing.
that, actually the people that pay for it is the county controller.
So it comes out of
And-
property taxes probably.
And that actually comes from the emergency management. which is
That's what
Cliff
he
Weaver.
said. Yes, and Cliff.
So,
Okay.
yeah, specifically Cliff Weaver pays it. So, yeah.
Okay. So now Josh has also got a copy of all these agreements and contracts.
Well, he
right?
does now.
Okay,
I don't think I know he's never gone through them all because he never asked me for it.
no, never had.
Of course, we have contracts that have been in place since, 83 and stuff, so.
And something that we don't pay for, something that it's a feel-good kind of thing for the residents.
Oh, well, I mean, we can't get out of that one,
No.
so that's just.
So I mean, that's just a thing, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, so we're good to go on that one. So we're good. Cable franchise agreement. Now, they actually pay us, don't they?
That's our Spectrum. And it
Yeah.
started in 1985 when it was called Evansville Cable TV.
Mhm.
And they had their office on Ferris Avenue.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where we started.
And then, and it has been bought out so many times that it is now Spectrum, and the checks say Charter Communications, I guess that's who owns
Really?
Spectrum. So, and we get,
That's
what's
a fair,
it, $25,000 a year off that franchise.
I like that franchise. That's a good one.
So, yeah.
That's a good one. But you know, I mean, it is, unlike, who was that? It came through with the,
They wanted us to pay them.
they wanted us to pay them for them to get additional customers.
I still have not understood that.
I don't either. And then they were serious as they could be
Why would we pay for their infrastructure?
to obtain more customers, to make them more money.
I never
Yeah,
did
that's-
understand that.
No. Me either.
And dig holes in their,
And there's nothing that we have to do to comply with this agreement, is it?
Nope,
They
they've
do.
been sending us a check since 1985.
It just don't make sense, but we don't know what question to ask.
I mean, they're providing cable TV to whoever's hooked up to it, and they're paying us for that.
It seems a little bit good to be true.
Does.
well, they were the first that were available in this area.
Lots of cities and towns
Yeah.
get franchise fees from utilities.
Look what they're making off of it too. Good Lord.
And that third one, of course, is our, this year's Community Crossings grant.
Yes. And that's, and that's, yeah, I mean, we just asked one for $500,000 and they're matching part of that is what, 1.4? 1 point something.
And did you see that Evansville did not get theirs just because there was a signature missing?
Seen
Yes,
that.
I saw that.
Seen that.
That's, remember when me and Mick were talking about, they're very particular.
Yeah. Mick was sweating bullets when he seen that.
He kept
goes, "Oh my
calling me like
God."
every
He
day.
said, we gotta check this again, we gotta check this again. He said, look what happened to Evansville. I said, yeah. Yeah. Okay, great. We're in great shape on that.
That fourth
Verizon?
one, yeah, that is all of our cell phones. The 3 town cell phones.
Oh, okay, okay.
And it's a really cheap program because it's a government program, so they give them to us at cost. Plus, they give, brand new cell phones every year.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's really one of the best
Is the
programs
service good?
we've gotten on, yeah.
Verizon, yeah, I have Verizon. I got service today I was up in Perry County. My son's got T-Mobile, nothing. He didn't have
See,
it.
now we have T-Mobile and we usually, because we ended up going with them when Kevin was at West Point. Well, it used to be Sprint and whatever, because we could never
Really?
get his signal up there and then we
My son
played all
Just has
rolling
some fit. Now, most of his customer base is down in Kentucky, has no problem at all. But here in Indiana, he has fits. So, okay, so there's really nothing to do with that. We got a good program, we got good prices, good service.
Yeah.
So we're good. American Legal Publishing, that one confuses me. I know we got the books, and we asked Josh once upon a time, who sends us copies and updated, and who puts them into books?
I know they put it online now. I don't
Yeah,
think
we're
they're,
paying for this. This is a part of the entire federal program. You get on American Publishing, you can look up any city and town in America and look at all their
All their
ordinances. So it's part of that entire network. And
Okay.
that's why Josh wanted it, because that's a big network, attorneys use too, of course.
Uh-huh.
But
So I know we have to get on here to actually look at our ordinances.
And-
They're not in the books.
of course, I still have actual ordinances, the way we like to read them.
Right.
I mean, every time we pass one, then I keep it in a big 3-ring binder.
Okay.
And I can make a copy of that binder anytime you want. I mean, it's,
That's gotta be.
it's this thick now.
Now, see, when I first got involved, I got a binder.
I made binders for everyone. I
I-
went down to the printing place on Franklin Street and paid the guy, it was the stacked this thick.
Yes.
And then every time we pass a new ordinance, see, y'all can print those out, add them to your
I
binder.
add to my binder, yeah.
See, I've had, or since I got my original copy, I've had no new ones.
Well, whose fault is that?
Mine. It's my fault. it's my fault because I guess I expect them to magically appear,
Well,
but they just didn't.
we have them at the meeting and we take them home and put them in our books.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm gonna refer all the ordinance questions to Valerie and Crystal. That works for me. So how much we pay these guys a year?
I don't think it's a year, I think,
Just
just whenever we have,
the initial contract?
yeah, it was the initial one to set it all up. And then now it's just like maybe a couple $100 whenever we upload
Huh.
the next set. He sent me a letter a couple weeks ago to send him anything that we have done recently. So I don't know if they're doing it quarterly. You know, it's still new to me too. I don't know. Josh is the one that actually sends them the ordinances after they're signed.
Is that right? Okay,
And then I usually go back and double check to see if they've been added to the online.
gotcha. Cause I see one here, it's like, 8.5 by 11 pages up to 250 is $18 a page. I don't know if that was initially maybe,
No. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. Traffic regulations, they give us some examples. Not much to do, change, or question on that, I guess, huh? Okay. Sublease agreement, Mike Grease. Strike one with the name anyway. The only thing I got to say with this is that we've staked off an area around the house that we'd like for Mike not to farm because of having a place to burn limbs and what have you that they pick up off the roads. And that's the only thing that I've heard.
Well, and we added the ramp and all, cause they got, cause he was getting pretty close to the house when he was farming.
But not the front,
Okay,
not the front. The side, yes, and the back.
okay.
But like I said, we put markers out there for not to come any closer than that, so they got a place to burn limbs.
He's the one that mows the property too.
Yes.
He mows the yard and everything around the house and does all that's part of his.
His lease.
I know at one time one of the stipulations was he's gonna add drainage or something to the fields. I guess that was done, so I see some drainage tile in there. I mean, is that all we're gonna do is have him mow for planting that 20 some acres? Or is he okay and open for doing something else with it, be able to mow, to plant that ground? I don't know. I'm
What-
asking.
What, does he do anything with snow removal? If, we'd have to have,
I
if you get 12 inches,
don't think so.
okay.
I don't think so. We take care of the roads.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guys could,
That'd be
Do as a
nice.
path.
Yeah, they
To
go
get up
and
to the
drive.
house.
I don't see
That-
why Mike would have to do that.
yeah, so, cause since our guys do it, And they do a very good job.
For operation and maintenance and repair of the leased property. Repair of the leased property?
Repair the lease property.
Yeah, that's what it says. Responsible for operation, maintenance, and repair of the leased premises, provided however that the leasee may enter into agreements with one or more other parties for the operation. Maintenance, repair, and alteration of all or any portions of the lease. How you gonna repair the dirt when you're farming it? That'd be about the only thing you'd have to repair.
Yeah,
I don't know.
On that.
I don't know, I'd say we leave it at, that agreement as is and
Mhm.
let it go. If he's mowing, that's just something we won't have to mow.
Yep.
GIS Frontier Geoslato, these people try to charge us $2,400 this year.
Alright.
Yeah, instead of the agreed upon $1,200. And we went back to them and asked him, so, hey, what's this all about? And basically, he said that they were adding some other type of service on that for some, I think, some software. And we told him that's not what we agreed to. We agreed $1,200 a year, and that was to educate us and to keep our records up to date.
1,200 a year, right, not
Well,
a month.
$1,200 a year. A year. And that was, and like I said, it came up the first time, it was $2,400, $1,200 for this, and $1,200 for this other service, which was a complete surprise to all of us. So it is back to $1,200 a year, and that is for them to update any kind of things that we find that might be off more than what they guaranteed we wouldn't be off. And they update it and they educate us as to how to keep this ongoing as we work on our sewer system. So that's okay. You know, they communicate with us quite well now.
They talk to Aaron quite a bit, don't they? I mean, they get along well.
They do.
With Aaron.
They do, yes. Because I mean, it's like he's learning. It's a learning curve for him as well. And for them, as far as, I mean, when we first started off, we knew nothing where the lines were. I mean, when they were first installed, it was a crapshoot. It was an absolute crapshoot. What we had was nowhere close. And we found some other items, other areas that we were off like 18 feet after they did the ground penetrating radar, and they came out, no additional charge, and did the ground penetrating radar and relocated those lines. So it's a good working relationship after we got past that 24 and 24. Okay, Jackson Kelly. I'm satisfied with Josh. I mean, everybody else got an opinion, I'm sure. I'd like to see him here more often. Chandler is a great guy, but he just doesn't have the knowledge and right off the top of his head like Josh has got.
He's a baby lawyer.
He is.
He looks so young.
And like I said, this past meeting, I asked him for, you know, what is usual and customary work that is covered under our contract. And he couldn't answer me that. So he's going to get that spelled out a little bit more clearly. So I mean, other than that, I'm good with him. Everybody, I mean, opinions?
I think he's doing a good job. You know, we changed our meeting night to accommodate him. So do we need to ask him about that again,
We
or?
already have. We did that 2-3 months ago when he said, I can't make it to, you know, all your,
And did he offer to?
no, not that night anyway.
I think we should just ask him.
Something's on your mind there, Eric. What is it? I'd like to hear the wheels turning.
I want to make sure that we do not end up as the town that we were just a few years ago, to where we wear everybody out. There's a lot of stuff going on within this town.
There is.
I think we need to tread lightly and not run off the good people that are around us, which would include council, legal counsel.
I think Josh is fine. He's been to most of the meetings.
He has.
He has, or they have somebody there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, Chandler's been there if
Yes.
Josh hadn't been.
Yeah. I'm fine with him.
I like the outfit,
I do too.
I do.
and they have a good reputation as
They do.
a firm.
They do.
It's
I-
the next contract on the list that I've got problems with.
I do too. I've heard a lot of reports about being shady, you know.
There's some shady stuff going
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah, I don't know how to address that. I really don't. I mean, point man, how corny can you get? Come on. Point man. Point man. Who's wrong?
Very
Yes,
satisfied
let's
with
go.
our IT services. They have been wonderful.
Say, hey, Mr. Point Man, on that lines there, you bought some ground outside of Darmstadt, but how's that coming?
It's not, I'm gonna continue to stay in Darmstadt for at least 5 years.
Good.
Bless you.
Good, all right. All right, okay, so we'll leave that agreement in. We'll leave that one in, buddy. Tippin Financial, isn't that kind of a guy we go to when we're in a bind?
No, he just does our capital assets on the annual financial report.
I do
So
it.
he does all the depreciations on the roads, all the
Okay.
vehicles, all, you know, the buildings. things like
Okay.
that.
Okay, so that's what he does.
Yeah, that's about $150 a year.
That's not bad.
Damn.
I used to have him do all of our internal controls because he is a retired state board of accounts. I think he was like a manager.
I remember you talking about him.
Yeah, he's great because he knows everything because he was working for the state board of accounts for 30
$150 bucks.
years. So now that he's retired, he's an older man, he just goes around and helps all the cities and towns now. And yeah, he hardly charges anything.
Damn. Yeah, $150.
He can do any financial services, just the only ones I really needed help with was the capital assets, so that's a little over my head.
Would he know anything about whether or not the town of Darmstadt should be included in this sewer mandate?
Well, you know, that's not really a financial question, that's a legal question.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
See, and I
Probably
talked to
not.
Clinton Lamb, and Clinton Lamb was gonna get with Becca McCullough and ask her that question.
yeah, she would probably be able to help.
And I haven't heard back from him yet, so I'm looking forward to hearing back from him on that.
Can I keep Tippin to do our capital assets?
Oh,
Is that okay? I like him.
Oh, Lord, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's really cheap.
yeah, $150, I mean, for that.
And he drove all the way down here. He did inventory on every single thing we had. When we started this, what was it, in 2021?
Where's he live?
He's like an hour and a half away.
Oh, and he drive down here for
And he drove
$150.
all, yeah.
Wow.
Him and his wife, they went through all the, you know, the guys walked them through all the vehicles, everything. So he could take a full inventory, do all of our assets. And now every year he's got that information and does all our depreciations.
Yeah, no, he's,
That's good.
yeah, no.
And you can totally trust him because he's state board of accounts. So,
Maybe we ought to involve him with more stuff.
oh, I would love to. He's really good. He works for a lot of the cities.
Interesting. Corps and Fire and Security, what do they do for us?
That is mainly just all these fire extinguishers. So every year they come in here and just check them all or replace them or whatever, just to make sure.
What's that cost us?
it's not cheap, but
100, 200.
I mean, but
$250.
it's about,
Our maximum
Yeah,
liability?
is
Yeah.
it on there?
Well, it
It's
just says the
$250.
maximum liability
But
is
you
limited
got-
to $250.
yeah. I mean, but we have to have it done, because I know the fire department and stuff, they, you know,
I mean, unless you know a better company,
I think this is who they
I
use.
think the guys hire that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Do they?
I think this is who the fire department,
I mean, these guys have been around forever.
yes,
I mean, we used to
Didn't Aaron
have them
sign
in
that
Bucyrus,
contract?
yes.
He picked that one.
and we got 10, according to this, 10 extinguishers. Really, I mean, just, really doesn't say how much, it just says that their liability,
He checks that, there's a charge, I think, per extinguishers or however many, but I'll ask Pete about that.
well, it just says their maximum liability is limited to $250, but, you know, I don't know. But that's a, let's see, maintenance people do that, huh? Okay. Reedy Financial Group, no.
We just, yeah, finish them for 2025.
Yeah, after 2025, or is gone, then we're gone with Reedy. I think well, we've discussed it before, it's just, I think they did us wrong.
Yeah.
They did us real wrong, so that one we're not gonna have anymore. Fire territory, People that handle that are shady. Yeah, man. I don't know.
That's just our regular one.
I got an email, that what, eight grand? Is that what our monthly charge is now?
That was the first time I seen it too.
Did you get that email today? We got emails earlier. But I can't remember, I was looking for it before I came here tonight. to see
Yeah.
what
You get it in your lit. I mean, it's what you get, I mean,
Right, it's just a
It's-
transfer from
it's
our
just a
list to there.
transfer of funds.
But I don't,
Instead of you put it in our account, we're supposed to be paying for our,
right.
yes.
So was it $8,000 a month?
Mhm.
Okay. So around 100 grand a year.
Yes, yes.
And, and that's something we gotta have.
Well, and it's for the whole territory and everything that, everybody pays.
Yes.
You
Oh,
know.
Yeah.
We just have not ever been paying like everybody else had.
But they didn't bill us.
The opioid agreement is the same thing pretty much. We get the money and then I turn around and I'm handing it to the sheriff.
To the sheriff's department. But we don't have anything to spend it on, do we?
We don't. Well,
And- And there's only certain things that they can spend it on.
oh yeah, they've
Correct.
got all kinds of rules.
Yes.
Once
Right.
they get it, they can only do this
But
with it.
with us, we have nothing that we can legally spend it on.
Yeah.
And really, it should have just went right.
To the sheriff, or probably the fire department would have something, but we're paying them right now, so
Right.
we'll give this
The
to,
sheriff's.
yeah.
So they can pick up the trash.
That's right.
I mean, it's gotta help, right?
I've seen them out several times picking up trash.
Yeah, I have too. And I said, that's one reason why I'm not gonna drive drunk. I'm not gonna be one of them guys. No, not gonna do it. COVID phase 3 Oprah grant, what is that?
I put it on there because I'm not sure if it's still open yet, or still open. It was from 2021 and I don't remember anything ever being done with it.
Grant administration, grant closeout
But-
services. That's
It
something
was-
that Josh needs to take a look at. I don't see if it's,
Yeah, I think, Josh just needs to review all these and just make sure.
yeah, that one, I've never,
I think it's phased out. I mean,
We
we got some monies, I bet, back then.
Well, I mean, I filled out all the forms
Yeah.
and we had all the meetings and we were getting money for the small businesses in town to help them during COVID.
during
Yes.
COVID.
That was the whole thing, and it was part of that whole COVID
Yes.
Okay,
and the
But
ARPA.
it's all
all
done,
that
it's
was-
all done now.
okay.
So, yeah.
And Mr. Kennedy is charge of all the health. He refuses to acknowledge COVID now, so surely it can't be a real thing anymore.
New Focus is our HR firm that does our employee handbook, employment
Yes,
laws,
yes.
ordinance, they help
Gives
with all that.
us, tells us when we have to do something right or wrong or all that, yeah.
Every time they pass a new law for maternity leave or
Right.
whatever, we have to include that in all of our stuff.
What do we pay for that service?
It's just on an as needed, so
Okay, so whatever service
we
they
haven't done
provide,
anything in a long time.
right, ever since handbook, I guess.
Yeah, anytime a new law comes out, she'll update our handbook. I think she did that maybe last year sometime.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe like $200. I mean, it's not,
I don't remember it being a whole lot.
no.
Yeah.
No, and it's definitely worth it because that keeps us
Yeah, the gal I talked to during
doing
that,
good.
the
We want to be
lawsuit,
compliant.
she was snippy, but she was smart. But damn, I mean, she was saying, man, no, you gotta do this. I said,
Oh, yeah,
wait a minute now. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, she was sharp.
yeah.
She was sharp.
And then, of course, the last one's our big agreement with Evansville.
Yeah, that's,
That's,
I mean, this automatically renews itself, doesn't it?
I don't know, I honestly didn't read it again or anything.
I mean, I read the original one, and it said that it will automatically renew unless we or them notify the other 30 days in advance. That
Then
we
this
were,
one deletes the old one. The 2015 agreement deletes the old agreement,
right. And I haven't read through this one like I read through the last one, I mean, the original one, but Yeah, here it is right here.
Yeah, the 2015 agreement was when we sued them. That's when we, that was a pretty big lawsuit with them that time.
That's when they come up and give us a 30%
That's when we
discount.
got the, and then they raised the price
Still
and then
raised the
dropped it
Right,
30%.
right.
Just like a store does.
And it says the same thing, basically, it's gonna redo itself
The
unless
same thing, and
we notify one or the other in writing. Huh. So, I mean, right now, along those lines, we got Triple I working on the price or quote for the upstream meters, and we'll see what that's gonna amount to. We may have to go back to Crone and say, okay, hey, or no, go to Evansville Water and Sewer Utility first and ask them for permission to have Crone come in and calibrate their meters.
Just
And
be
if they-
prepared when they say no.
And I hope they do say no. That'll give us some kind of
Absolutely.
something as far as what are they trying to hide, right?
Because that would be the only reason to not do it, would be to hide something.
To hide something, exactly. So, I mean, it's, you okay, Melanie? So, I mean, I don't know what else to do besides that. Continue working on, trying to identify and locate our I&I or the, or lack thereof, prove that we don't have it. I mean, like I
I
said,
think the
everything
guys
we've
do a
done.
good job.
Everything we've done to date has made no difference with the mag meter gallons going through the two mag meters. And we have reduced the I&I tremendously from that one well user that was going 190,000 gallons a month to now 3,000 or less.
And nothing to smooth the needle at all.
But that's not the heart of our problem. We've got problems beyond that, we just gotta find them.
We gotta find them. And I think, if we find, there's 55 well users, if we find 3 or 4 more that's like that, that's more than what the difference is.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be in the well used, but it could be, but I don't think it's gonna be there.
I don't know where else they'd be. I mean, you talk about the pump stations. It's not the pump stations.
Behind my dad's house, that pump station never lit up. But after we did the project this summer, and we brought my niece's sewer down to it, and they dug it up, that red light has come on so many times now. I'm at the point where I'll give up. And until we're ready to tackle this and get serious about it,
Well, we're serious about it. We've been serious about it.
What do you mean tackle it? I mean, what do we else do? I mean, we're trying the steps. Well, how do you think we should approach it?
I think we're going to a pump station.
I don't think we're serious enough about it.
Oh, I disagree with you on that one. Wholeheartedly disagree with you on that one.
I got a feeling that there is so much, and I could be wrong, but I've got a feeling that there is so much I&I coming in here that the town of Evansville is honestly not so far off the map. Now, I'd like to be proven wrong,
Okay,
which would only be for the benefit of Darmstadt.
right. And it would be for the benefit of Darmstadt. I mean, yes, we have old septic tanks in this town. I mean, I said 70 something? And septic tanks are good for 30 years, 20 years. And yes, the seals are what's gonna go bad on most of them. But you're not talking about a lot of groundwater that's gonna get around those seals into that septic tank and into our system. Some, yes. You're never gonna stop all the I&I, just not possible. Now, the older systems that have concrete septic tanks, no, they could be eroded but still, I mean, unless you got a stream or a freshwater stream going through it, you're not gonna put that much groundwater in there.
It don't take a whole lot of groundwater to make a whole lot of difference.
Are we gonna vote on anything else? Do you care?
Uh,
Go ahead and go.
I got something I want you to read and see if I'm right, wrong, or indifferent. And it goes to the RDC the ledger for our expenditures. I looked at the IC codes that the lady from the State Board of Accounts sent us. And it states on the IC code that the establishing unit treasurer, clerk treasurer is the treasurer for the RDC and should be creating those ledgers for us to sign at our meetings.
Yeah, that's the one,
Okay.
because the
okay.
charges just started, so
Got it,
that's your
Got
first
it,
one.
okay. I misunderstood.
Yeah, so, and
You
it's
said-
only the RDC, RDA has.
Oh, no, not the
That's
RDA
the
at all.
bond,
Yes, that's correct.
and we're not changing
So,
that.
but you
Yeah.
stated this is a sample, like, okay, hey guys, here's your sample, make it from there on out. And I said, man, we don't have a treasurer, I don't know how to do this shit. So, okay, so we're good.
Yeah, I put the signature lines on it
Perfect,
and everything. Yeah.
perfect. Now, they also state that the RDC only has to have the president and the executive secretary, which we don't have an executive secretary. We have a secretary, we have a vice president. Only, this states only two of us have to sign that, unless I read that incorrectly.
Okay, I put all of y'all on the town one, so I put all of y'all.
Okay, so that's the way
That's
that
up to
IC
you.
code stated, so we're good. You put everybody on there, which is
Yeah,
okay.
just ask Josh and make sure.
Yes, yeah, I'll check with him.
Or
Now go,
that's new.
go,
Yeah,
go.
Thank you.
Do you want to carry it out?
Yeah. Heavy one. Thank you.
Co-chair.
Feel better.
Oh, I forgot
I hate IC codes. I do, because they just they ramble and they ramble and they ramble.
I
They
think
go,
they just do those so they can.
oh my God, IC code 36-7-4-5A, and then you got 5B, 5C, 5A, and then it says, please refer to blah, 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 you go there, and I hate them, We need, and that's, now see, is that covered under Josh's responsibility to clarify and simplify that for us? I think so.
I would think so, but I don't know.
I don't either. That's why I asked Jim, I said, could you just spell it out? Just, I'd love to be able to be confident when I read these IC codes that I'm interpreting those correctly. Have you ever get experience with the IC codes?
Oh, no, I'm not going down that road.
That's what I was just telling you,
You'll never understand it.
No.
No, that's why I wanted to ask Mallory. So Mallory, this is what I got for them two IC codes that the lady from the State Board of Accounts sent to her and she sent to us. Because before it was kind of indicated that we had to make up our own ledger for our expenditures for the RDC. And that says that the establishing unit, which is Darmstadt, of the RDC, the clerk treasurer of that establishing unit is the clerk treasurer or the treasurer for the RDC and should be making up the ledgers. Okay, well, we never had any expenditures until now from the RDC, so I read the IC codes and I knew what I kind of gathered
You
from
read
that.
it, yeah.
Now, was that correct? That's the reason why I wanted to bounce off Mallory.
One thing I wanted to bounce again, off Mallory, but, bless her heart, she's gotta go.
Yeah.
I think our minutes could be a whole lot
Shorter?
shorter and just
Yeah.
one line to the point,
Yes,
because everything's recorded. So,
instead of saying, okay, we said this, you can put down it was discussed and, kind of break it down a little. So, yeah,
our
I agree.
minutes at the solid waste, they went to just real brief this month.
Yes,
And I think, that's a lot of typing and all for her.
yes. And it doesn't have to be that detailed.
No.
I mean, you go onto the YouTube for a meeting and you read the minutes along with what's being said, it's like it's a completely different meeting. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Don't know.
So, do you want me to say something to her, or you want to say something, or Ray, you want?
We'll give her a little bit,
Okay.
let her just feel.
Feeling better.
Say, hey,
Because it's just
and if you want the
trying to make
details,
less work.
you go
for
to
her.
YouTube and get the whole thing.
Well, yes, the that is a temporary record. That's either 3 or 6 months, maybe a year tops.
that right?
Yeah. We don't have to store them forever, and it's not.
Well,
Right.
I was looking on our webpage and, you know, we could do a lot with our webpage and stuff and all. And, I know she just started it and everything. I mean, I have a guy that I work with from Rotary that has done a couple of the web pages for our counseling center and different things. I don't know, you want me to,
Our current website guy is awesome and answers the call every time, so.
What's that,
We
Brandon?
need to change it. Our current website guy is phenomenal.
You know, one thing I don't like about our website, and Clint Lamb, the guy from AIM, also he agreed, is, again, like the minutes, we tend to carry on and put. more
and they
information.
weren't all there. They were just, some of them were there, you
Right,
know.
right.
It was hard to navigate, you
Yes.
know, and I'm kind of stupid when it comes to stuff like that.
And, you know,
Feel
one
free to
thing,
change it or reach out, and
I mean, one thing I don't like about it is Mallory. When you say, okay, clerk treasurer is Mallory Lowe, and she goes on to say, she does, I mean, I don't know why it's necessary to put this on the webpage that's designed for our residents. She goes on to say that she does not report to the town council. Town council doesn't report to her. She goes on to say that this IC code right here doesn't dictate her hours. She has no hours. Sometimes she works longer, sometimes she doesn't. I go, why? Why? And Clint Lamb said, yeah, he says, you know, and I've looked at other clerk treasurer, other web pages for other towns, and it says, okay, hello, I'm Mary Joe, and I'm your clerk treasurer. My office hours are this, my phone number's here, my email's here, and here's the office hours. End of story. But we got this, I mean, it just goes on, and it's just like, seems like she's trying to, I don't know, protect herself from somebody asking a question about her hours or who she reports to. And residents don't care. They just want to know who clerk treasurer is, how to get a hold of her, and her hours.
And the information in a easily understood
Right,
format.
We don't need this, I don't feel like we need this long explanation of, and yes, she doesn't report to the town council. And no, the town council doesn't report to her. It is factual, but it's something that we don't have to spell out in our town website, in my estimation. It just, you know, if I'm a resident and I'm reading that, I'm thinking, God, damn, what's going on there?
So who does our web page or that puts the information, the minutes and stuff?
Mallory does that as a general rule by herself. And then if she needs help, she reaches out to the website guy for design changes or for like they just redid the way the documents are filed. She wanted a better way to do that.
Well,
so
I was trying to navigate through it this week and, you know, I could find certain ones, but I couldn't find others.
A lot of it's just not historically there is the problem. So we gathered everything that was on the old website and the notes that Mallory had and put as much as we possibly could on the website when it was built. But there's stuff that's lost to time that's just gaps.
I think we could just streamline it.
I do too. I mean, like I said, if I'm reading that and don't know Mallory and don't know anybody on council, you're just a town member looking at our webpage, and you read the I call it rants, but you gotta read between the lines. Why would she make that comment? I don't report to the town council. Town council don't report to me. They don't know that. They don't care. They don't care about that. They just wanna know who our clerk treasurer is, how to get a hold of her, and what her hours are. I mean, I've looked at smaller towns, larger towns, towns approximately our same size, and that's all the information they have on there. I mean, you know, she's doing a hell of a job, so she don't have to convince everybody in town of that. Just let everybody in town know who she is, how to get a hold of her. They don't care that she doesn't report to the town council. My opinion, for what it's worth. I mean, my wife read it, she goes, God, what's wrong with, what's wrong with that? I said, I don't know. I don't know.
I just know the other ones that we have worked on for different things that they're a whole lot more streamlined and to the point, and,
Yes, yes.
cause ours is kind of old looking too.
Well, I like the German font. I do like that. It kind of sets us apart, That's kind of cool, I think. That might make it look old.
Yeah.
Or they have a picture of me in there. That makes it look old. That makes it look old. But other than that, I think it's done well. I mean, it's got the council members in there. It's just, the way it opens up with the clerk treasurer. I'm not trying to pick on Mallory, but that's just, that's what you see when you go on our webpage. You see this great big long presentation of how she, we don't set her hours for us for IC code such and such, and that IC code doesn't even refer to the hours, it refers to the pay for elected officials. So, I'd just like to see that corrected. And I'll talk to Mallory about that. It's not a slam against her, it's just, let's give it some thought. Be more in line with other towns. Again, my opinion only. So, hey, I'll entertain a motion to close this here meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Second,
All right, all those in favor signify by saying yes.
Aye.
Aye, all those
I will
opposed
call my
say nay.
Uber driver.
Motion carried, we're gone.
I'm gonna get home to my dogs.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna get back home to my dogs.